Before I forget, let's just break everything. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Brandi. Thank you so much for being here. It means the absolute world to me, especially since this is my first YouTube video on my beauty channel. Wow, it's been a long time coming. Oh, anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay tuned to what is coming up this year in 2020. Holy crap, I have so many things planned for this channel. It's unbelievable. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can be notified and see what I have to show you guys. I can't wait. If you guys are interested in how I create this look with the new Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, then please keep on watching. I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques 101 brush and using it to apply my Wet n Wild Photo Focused Matte Primer all over my face. Next, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in soft beige. This foundation does dry pretty quickly, so I prefer to do it in sections, bouncing the product into my skin using a damp beauty sponge. If you guys are wondering, mine is from Morphe. This product is a medium to full coverage, so I'm going to be applying 2 layers, also making sure I take it down my neck. For brows, I'm going to be using 2 different products. First, outlining them with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. That's my kitten Jasper in the back. Don't mind him. Using my JS7 brush, I'm going to be filling in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Chocolate. Next is priming our eyes, carving out our brows, and concealing. For all 3, I'm going to be taking my Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in C7. And blending it out using my beauty sponge from before. Taking my M335, I'm going to be using this shade in my Maybelline This City Mini palette to set my eyelids. I find this to help the eyeshadows blend easier. Using this wedge sponge in my Maybelline Master Fix Loose Setting Powder, I'm going to bake my face. Now the main reason why I use this sponge is for this little edge at the top. It helps me bake my nose. To contour, I'm going to be taking my JS3 brush and my Tarteist Pro Glow to Go. And I honestly can't help but to smell this product because it just smells so freaking good. It smells like chocolate. Ugh. Using my Wurks bronzing brush, I'm going to blend my contour even more to make it less harsh. Before contouring my nose, I'm going to be grabbing my JS2 brush to wipe away the bake. My under eyes tend to crease a lot, so I'm going to leave it there a little bit longer. Next, I'm taking my Real Techniques brush. This brush is supposed to be used for eyeshadow, but I prefer to use it to contour my nose. And again, grabbing my JS2 brush to blend it all out. For blush, I'm going to be dipping into my Conspiracy palette and using pigment. I'm applying this on the apples of my cheeks and taking it to my temples using my Wurks blush brush. Now it's time to wipe away the rest of the bake. Taking my JS4, I'm going to go back into my Tarte Pro Glow to Go to highlight my face. Next is the eyes. The first shade we're going to be dipping into is Dungeon, which is this dark purple shade, and I'm going to be applying this into my crease, building up the color using my JS8 brush. Taking my JS6 brush, I'm going to stamp that color onto the outer half of my eyes. And then I'm going to blend it out using the same brush from before. Dipping into Vivid Mood on my JS12 brush, I'm going to buff out the outer edges of my crease to make it more seamless. Time to cut the crease. First, I'm going to be taking my JS14 brush and applying a little bit of concealer on it, starting off in my inner corner and working my way out, keeping it close to my lash line. Once I do that, I'm going to look up and follow the line I just created. Next, I'm taking my M421 and I'm going to use it to help spread the concealer. For my lids, I'm going to be dipping into Beauty Sleep and Betrayal. Using my JS10 brush, I'm going to start off with Beauty Sleep in the inner portion of my eye. Then taking the other side of the brush, I'm going to be packing Betrayal and putting it on the outer portion. For my lower lash line, I'm going to be using Dungeon in the outer corners and then placing Vivid Mood towards the inner half. Going back to Conspiracy, I'm going to be dipping into Ranch and using it to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and brow bone. To finish the eyes, I'm using my Josie Maran Argan Black Oil Mascara for my top and bottom lashes. For lips, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick in Toffee Talk. Last but not least, grabbing my Wet n Wild Natural Finish Setting Spray to set my face. Alright guys, this is the first part of my Purple Rain look. This makeup is so pretty all on its own and we could stop here, but that is not an option for me. So the first color we're going to be dipping into is Royal Pain to begin creating the sky, and I'm applying this with my JS5 brush, just building up the color. I start off by tapping the product onto my skin and then using circular motions to blend it out. The next color I'm dipping into is Scandal Water, and I'm going to be applying this where the lighter areas are, just using the same technique as before. To deepen it up, I'm going to be taking Dungeon and placing it near Scandal Water. Then dipping into High King and putting it next to Dungeon to intensify where I placed Royal Pain earlier. Once I do that, I'm taking Vivid Mood and putting it around Scandal Water. And I'm just going back and forth between my fluffy brushes to lay all the colors down. Next, I'm dipping into Deviant and placing it in between Dungeon and Scandal Water. Using Monarchy, I'm going to be blending out the edges of the sky and placing around any other areas that I want to calm down. Now that the sky is done, it's time to create the clouds, and I cannot find my brush. I have no idea where I put it. Found it! Anyway, I'm going to be taking some concealer on my M421. And there's Jasper opening the door, making me think I'm going insane. For the clouds, I begin by gently tapping my brush onto my skin, starting by placing one just like that, and then placing two on the other side. To make some clouds bigger, I'm just simply adding to the sides. I'm going to continue this process throughout my entire forehead. Now I'm going back into Dungeon to darken up some areas where I placed the clouds. Then to soften that out, I'm dipping back into Royal Pain. Once that is done, I'm going to be taking Your Majesty to brighten up some of the areas in the clouds. And again, just blending it out using a fluffy brush. Using the colors I used before, I'm going to be dipping back and forth to deepen and brighten some of those areas within the sky. Now that the sky is done, it's time to begin the rain. Using my JS14 brush, I'm going to draw raindrops. Once I have the outline, I'm going to begin to fill it in. And then I'm just going to continue this process throughout my face. To fill in the drops, I'm first going to be dipping into High King. The next color I'm dipping into is Dungeon. To make the raindrops more precise, I'm cleaning the edges using some concealer. Then I'm applying more highlight to my cheeks, my nose, and of course my forehead. Using my fingers, I'm going to be dipping into Wet Jewel and placing that over the raindrops. I'm going to intensify my cheeks by dipping into Wet Jewel and Pink Magic, keeping Wet Jewel more towards the front and then taking Pink Magic all the way up towards my temples. And last but not least, I'm going to be dipping back into Pink Magic and placing that all over my lips. Alright guys, so this is the final look. What do we all think? I think it came out pretty damn good for my first time ever doing anything like this. And I can't believe that I used almost all the colors in this palette. I think I used all besides 4. The only thing I didn't use were 4 shades, and that is insane to me. So, wow. Everything used in today's video will be linked down below in the description box, so if you guys are interested in any of the products, you should definitely go check it out. They are absolutely amazing. Also, down below will be all my social media accounts, so if you guys are interested, you guys should totally follow me, because why not, right? Why not? Why not? Again, thank you so much for being here. It means the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.